I've had several inquiries come to me through the YouTube channel in the last few months from people here and there around the world who are interested in accessing Keysi curriculum, either the old KFM curriculum or the current Keysi World curriculum or even Defense Lab curriculum, any of the derivatives. They're looking for resources online, they can't find them, there's no schools in their areas, and I can identify with that. This was my own dilemma when I was interested in starting to learn Keysi a couple of years ago. I was fortunate enough to be found by somebody, sought out. Gentleman Larry Serrallo saw one of my videos where I initially tried to play with, try to imitate some Keysi movement. I broke my hand doing it, and he kind of took pity on me and offered me a gift to share some of the old KFM curriculum with me. So I have had access to that curriculum, although I have never in any official capacity belonged to KFM, Keysi World, Defense Lab, Cable, any of the derivatives, any of the derivative arts on this stream of very interesting martial arts approaches. So I have no kind of official credentialing or anything like that. However, people have stumbled into my YouTube channel because I've labeled things, as Keysi inspired or this or that, and they are coming to me and asking for some help. And so one of the things that I've done in respect to that is I went in the other day and I went through the history of my videos and I created a playlist of all of the training videos that I've done to date that have Keysi or KFM curriculum in them. And I just call it Keysi Training. It's a new playlist. If you look at my playlist, you can find it. Right now, I think it has somewhere in the range of 140 videos that will show you my path that I've taken in trying to learn Keysi, the curriculum that I've been exposed to. But as it stands for me, it's been like a few months, several months actually, since I've been practicing any of that curriculum that I learned. And I feel like I'm almost losing it because I'm not practicing it. I haven't had my my one, really good training partner, Alex, who kind of learned it with me. I haven't had him around for several months. He's been out of the region. He will be returning, but between now and then, the skills, I feel like I'm losing. So the inquiries that are coming to me at a very good time, I think, because this is a time when I could use some brushing up myself. I could stand to revisit some of this curriculum from the very basics and move forward. So one of the requests that I had just the other night from a gentleman who recently hung up a heavy bag, and he said, I've got my heavy bag up now, could you show some Keysi drills to do on the heavy bag? So for me, I feel like this is a good challenge for me to put together a few drills, or more than a few, but I think tonight we'll just start with a few drills that'll help somebody learn some of the basic core body movements and strikes and concepts from the Keysi KFM curriculum. So I'm going to go ahead and go forward with that, come up with a few drills tonight, and maybe keep doing some of this, both for myself and for the others out here or out there that want to learn some of this stuff. There are, you should know, and I would feel irresponsible if I didn't say so, there are resources out there where you can access the official curriculum. If you get a hold of, what's his name? Get a hold of Keysi World. There are guys in Keysi World who would be willing to train you online through Skype and these kind of things. David Lee is one of them. That's who I was thinking about. If you're in the States, I believe he's in Washington, D.C. or somewhere around there, Maryland. And he's willing to work with guys online. He made offers to me, and he's very accessible, very nice guy. There's others, and like Defense Labs now is putting some of their stuff online on their website. You can now buy one of their training, the DNA Fight Science training package for like $50. That's all out there, and it's becoming more accessible. I've had issues, like philosophical issues, with the business approach of these arts, and so I've not wanted to get involved with them in any official capacity. However, I myself will probably purchase things through like the Defense Labs online resources, if they're making them just straight for sale and it doesn't have any strings attached and stuff, because I feel like if I pay for something, if I pay for a lesson, I learn that, then it's mine. I'll do what I want with it. And so I'm going to go ahead and make some drills tonight. I'm just going to play around out here, come up with some drills, and when I come up with some, I'll show them, and then we can move from there. I feel like it's a good time to revisit the curriculum for me, and it's a good time for others that want to learn. And if you want to see the full, extent of what I've been exposed to in some of the training that I've done over the last couple of years, that's in the playlist. Go ahead and check out the playlist. So let's get rolling. By the way, it's really very cold in my garage. Right now it's about -20 here in southern Alberta, and my garage is not heated and not really insulated. It's not quite -20 in here, but it's not warm. What I was told is when you're wearing something on your head like a hat, it doesn't take long to see this. If you're wearing like a tube or stocking cap and you start moving your hands around with the pence, it's difficult to keep it straight. It's going to come down over your eyes and this kind of a thing. But when you play a hoodie, it's a different story. A hoodie keeps everything in place. You can just wear the hoodie by itself, the hood. Or what I've found through experimentation is you can have a stocking cap or toque on. As long as you have a hood on with it, then you're really good to go with the Keysi. You're not going to move it around in the same way you would otherwise. But yeah, when you're working the pence and you got to have your hands on your head, just a stocking cap is really difficult to work with. So this is good self-defense clothing to be wearing a hoodie when you have as part of your toolkit the Keysi techniques. All right, for this first one, you're going to use some real basic, deep circling motion. Not too many, just a couple. 1, 2, and then you're going to move in a shuffle. Lead foot starts, this way. Right, you're going to shuffle in. As you do this, you're simultaneously going to throw up your pensador on your right side, as if you're destroying a punch. Right, you're actually intercepting it and destroying it. Bang. Right, destroy it, and then from here, you're already positioned on this side, and we'll just say you've got a good striking angle already, right? So throw the punch, make sure you keep your other hand in the pensador, and then once you've thrown this, the jab, bring it back to your head, push it across, and once you've thrown the cross, you're going to shuffle in again, but this time when you shuffle in, you're going to do what's called an outward ala. Which is an elbow strike. Bang, like this. Going to do the outward ala. And when you do this, after you hit, try to experiment with keeping pressure from your back onto the back, as though right now you're just kind of jamming him, keeping him behind you, keeping your body pressure on him. It's very hard for somebody to, to attack you if you really got good body pressure, especially if they're against a wall. Right? It's just to buy yourself a couple of seconds to look at the guy behind you. So this is, part of the whole thing with Keysi and the derivatives, are that you're dealing with the potential of having multiple opponents, and things should happen fast, right? This isn't a long, drawn-out thing, so it's not like you're working the bag, working it. It's a quick attack, right? So let's do that a little bit quicker, right? So you're here, you're circling, you come in, boom, boom, boom. You're holding him, right? Even faster now. Right? So you gotta do that both sides too. Alright, same thing on this side. Left side, couple of circles, come in with the pencil on the left, punch, punch, and then the inward outlet, and then hold it back. I'm lucky I got a wall here to practice pushing against. It's one of the good things about having my heavy bag up against the wall and building this kind of a wall that I can practice banging on. From here, I can really push my bag. But if you don't have a wall, all the same, it's still good, because say I'm pushing this direction, at least I get to practice moving with the bag, right? Keeping the pressure. Okay, so that's one. All right, the next one's going to be much like the first, the way that it starts at least. It's going to be nothing like the first, the way that it ends. All right, so we're going to start with the circling again. Just a really tight, low circling. And on this one, we're going to, the same way, we're going to shuffle in, destroy or pence to the outside right. But instead of assuming that we have a good target here, which is our most efficient load, we've already got a load on this side by fencing on this side, we're loaded on that side, right? So instead of striking here, we're going to assume that there's no good targets to strike with that jab or what have you from this side. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle step, we're going to cut an angle, shuffle step over. At the same time we're shuffling over, we're going to load this other side, and we're going to strike with a slap. Right, and really try to get your hips into it. This can be a hugely powerful strike. Right? So again, and that's not the full routine yet for this number 2 drill, but just this part of it, a couple of circles, moving in to destroy, coming over to slap. Now, some people in Keysi do the slap with the kind of a monkey fist, monkey paw, right? Slap like that, okay? It's okay, you can do it that way if you want, or you can do it open hand. Can't really do a slap wrong, as long as you're hitting them, that can be very, very powerful. So after your slap, boom. Then what I want you to do is stomp and hammer fist. Take your hand should be here anyway, your right hand. As you slap, your right hand should move over here. Keep it coming, and hammer fist down here, as though somebody's got their guard, right? They just get slapped, bam. I want you to knock this forward hand, knock that door down, right? And we blast it, right? So you come, boom, now come all the way around, bam. And as you do it, to add even more power to it, stomp their foot, kill their foot, right? Bam, right? As you do it. So, the slap, boom, come around, right? Knock it down. Once it's knocked down, this hammer, or the one that was slapped should be over here anyway, loaded. And at this point, you're going to step in with your rear foot and you're going to do a bicep strike. You're going to strike the bag with your bicep. Knock this guard down. Now you're going to nail him in the head with your bicep. Right? Even better, keep the movement with the bag. Nail him and then bring him down. Watch. You knock it down, come around. Right? Move your one foot forward with the bicep strike, and then move your other foot backward to swing it. Right? So it's two things going on. You are striking. You want to get the strike in. You want your bicep to hit like a strike. But then you want to loop your arm after the bicep hits. Loop it enough that you can jerk him off his feet, and with your leg swinging this way, he's going to come flying. So that's the full drill. All right, pretty complicated, but pretty fun. So again, what you're doing, a couple of circles, moving in, bang. You don't got a target, so you got to move over to this side, come around, there, right, and then there we go. So try to do it faster, a little faster, a little faster. A couple of circles, and get some power into it. Have fun with that. Do it from both sides again. Same thing. Come in here, move it in to the left. You don't have a good strike, so you got to shuffle out, slap, come around, hammer fist, and then bicep strike. Take him away. So there's number 2. All right, if you haven't already cued in, what I'm trying to do here is set up some really quick, easy little drill series where you can learn some of the basic movement, the circling, the moving in, moving out, moving laterally, moving to the other side, throwing some of the basic Keysi strikes, including some elbows, including that bicep strike. All right, being able to step back with your leg, being able to step in and stop. All of these kind of real basic stuff in just a couple of drills. So this is going to be the last drill just for this evening. Just because I've been out here in the garage for a while playing, making these up, playing with different stuff, seeing what I like. All right, so this next one, what we're going to do is we're going to be already very close to the bad guy, and we're startled. You have to move back and pinch, right? Shuffle back, pinch, then immediately load and cross. After loading and crossing, we're going to shuffle to our right side, load and hook. And then after that load and hook, we're going to do an inward ala. We did this outward ala before. Now we're going to come inward. Right? So we've got a hook here. And when we do the ala, I want to step in and stop. We should be able to blow this bag back. Once you step in and stop on an ala, then move to deal with this guy that's behind you. It's a problem. Right? Second guy. So you just got guys jumping in on the street. And this guy's the closest guy, and he's you know, trying to sucker punch you, right? So step back, boom, cross, shuffle in, hook, and inward ala. We'll deal with this guy, right? Same thing from the other side. Right? You're in close, step back, cross, shuffle, boom, hook, and then inward all up. Always with the stomp. And then once you do that, you deal with this guy, right? So there's 3 real fun ones. I've been playing with them for like an hour and a half out here, just trying to get some together. I'd like to play with them myself a bunch more, maybe tomorrow night, just to try to get them down faster and faster and faster. But those will teach some of the basic stuff, and it'll give something to work with on a heavy bag. And I'm going to do a bunch more of these, okay? I'm enjoying this, so this is just an initial 3 drills to play with for my start.